Hey YouTube, it's ShryphonX here. Today, we're going to be talking about Kagurabachi Chapter 112. Like and subscribe for more content. The highly anticipated continuation of Kagurabachi, titled The End of Kagurabachi Part 1, is finally here. Prepare to be captivated by the latest chapter, Chapter 112, which is packed with spoilers. Editor's note, somewhere underground. The chapter begins 4 days after the events of the previous installment, as Ro and Misumi seek refuge in a bunker. Ro's thoughts wander to the stagnant state of Japan, while Misumi remains vigilant. After a long hiatus, Sword Saint Soga Akamura returns to the public eye, gracefully floating above the gathered citizens. Newspapers are divided on this revelation, but they report that the Kamianabi have dismissed all charges against Akamura. Ro's concern for Chihiro is palpable, but his primary focus remains on Iori, who is holding Tobimyon. Suddenly, the hideout's door creaks open, and Misumi raise their guard. However, who emerges is Chihiro, who reveals that Samura has fallen. In a selfless act, Samura has chosen to sacrifice himself to save Chihiro, who held the key to defeating Magutsumi. Iori expresses despair, feeling powerless to intervene. Chihiro, however, offers a glimmer of hope, surprising the Misumi at first. She introduces the concept of black powers, a realm beyond the capabilities of ordinary enchanted blades, unlike the Magutsumi. Which require the sacrifice of a user's life to harness their power, black powers can be achieved through the burning of a user's life force. Chihiro draws a parallel between the potential Kunishige and the creation of the blades. She realizes that it is possible for another blade to possess such power, as Samura, who had killed Chihiro with Tobimyon, later resurrected with Shizuku. Sumi points out that Samura's demise was solely attributed to the Tobimyon. Chihiro's determination grows as a glimmer of hope ignites within him. He believes that he can revive Samura using the Tobimyon. By the same logic as Tobimyon reviving whatever it kills with Shizuku, Chihiro intends to bring Iori her father back with a black Shizuku. However, Ro points out that the black powers require sacrificing one's life. Chihiro counters that he was actually able to use them once, with Cloud Gouger, but it resulted in the blade itself burning its life during the Rakuzechi arc against Kura Sazanami. Chihiro believes that the enchanted blades possess a form of life within them, which explains why they both drain the user's spirit energy in their own to harness the power to control life and death. It appears that this was the level of power Samura reached to kill and revive Chihiro in a single blow. Ro concludes that sacrificing the Tobimyon will suffice. The condition for an enchanted blade wielder to use black powers is to be at the brink of death, while the blade itself must be broken, its life force leaking out. Iori attempts to break the sword immediately, but it hurts her knee instead. Chihiro reveals that he can break the sword, having made cracks on Tobimyon before in Chapter 84. Chihiro mentions the Sword Saint Akamura's goal, to kill all evildoers, but the extent of his discretion remains unclear. It's fortunate that the other 2 lifelong contractors, one named Shizuku, are in hiding, as well as those involved in sealing the blades. Chihiro implies that Shiba, Ichiki, Yatsuru, and possibly even Azumi are among them. Shiba's swift teleportation must have led all the others to hiding, seeking refuge from the Sword Saint's wrath, as Kaisen might have revealed their involvement. Chihiro emerges with a chunk of Enten, intending to ignite the spark Samura left him. Meanwhile, Soga contemplates Samura's final words, acknowledging Chihiro's ability to break his curse. However, he asserts that the CDI war didn't curse him, but rather gave him a profound realization. Amidst the drained grass, Soga holds a child, raising questions about Chihiro's identity. More insights into Chihiro's birth, particularly about Soga's older sister and Chihiro's mother, await discovery. Chihiro returns to his ancestral forge, where the enchanted blades were forged. Donning his bandana, reminiscent of his father's time at the forge, he reflects on his journey thus far. He recalls his father's words, emphasizing that while he may not approve of his actions, Chihiro should perceive the world with his own eyes. He also remembers his first significant adversary, Jinaki Sojo, who believed the enchanted blades were solely designed for killing. Later in the Rakuzechi arc, Chihiro encounters Hayuki, who condemns all enchanted blade wielders as self-serving. Chihiro also fought Kyura, who praised Kunishige as the creator of the current world, which has caused immense suffering. Finally, he recalls Yura's final words in Chapter 104, condemning Kunishige as the architect of the world that has brought suffering. As he contemplates the katana he must now forge, Chihiro recalls his uncle, the renowned sword saint, declaring his unwavering determination to vanquish all evil. On the desk, Enten's shattered pieces lie scattered. The chapter concludes as Chihiro embarks on the arduous task of reforging his beloved Enten, realizing that he must now surpass his father's legacy. Kunishige, the enigmatic figure, orchestrated the current state of affairs by concealing the enchanted blades. Now, Chihiro faces the daunting challenge of forging a new enchanted blade that transcends mere countermeasures, imbuing it with its own essence and life. This enchanted blade must possess the power to vanquish the formidable masterpiece Shinichi while also upholding the honor of the blades. Kagurabachi, Part 1, Conclusion. Editor's note: with unwavering conviction. Next issue. A new arc unfolds, revealing its enigmatic nature. From the midst of that rubble, what extraordinary revelation awaits us? Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more content. ShryphonX out.